One of my first memories growing up was going to the park every day with my mom and my sister. We'd go to the park, play around, do stupid stuff, and just have fun. So one day we went to the park and we passed by a homeless man. And I was around 6, so I was confused, why was he living on the street? Why did he have a bunch of garbage bags? What was he doing? So I asked my mom as we continued walking to the park, and she explained to me he had no home, probably had no food, and had no shelter. And I felt really bad. So when we got to the park, I wasn't able to have any fun. And I just kept thinking about it, and I just couldn't decide, I was just really sad about it. So I went up to my mom, and I was like, can I have some money? And she was like, why? And I explained to her that I wanted to go to the homeless man. So she was just like, okay. And she gave me 50 NT, and I got so excited, because I was 6. I thought 50 NT would change the world. I was like, yes. So I ran up to him and I gave him the 50 NT, here you go, buy a house with 50 NT. And then, now I realize that 50 NT, he probably bought a water bottle or something. But when I think back on it, I realized how I felt and how happy I felt that I thought I was changing his life. So, next slide. Fast forward to a few months ago. My sister came to Taiwan for a visit, and she was talking to me about her college and how one of her friends got to study global health. And she got to do really cool stuff. She got to go to third world countries. She recently went to Africa, and she studied their environment, studied their culture, just everything about them, spent months with them, talking to them, getting to know them. Then when she got back to college, she would talk about it, write an essay of what she thinks they could do to improve their lifestyle. So I thought that was really cool, because I was thinking about what I wanted to study in college. So I had that in the back of my mind when we went to English class the next day. And that's when Mr. Webb told us about 18.4. When I heard about it, I was like, I'll do cookies, I don't know. And so I was like, but then I realized as recently I don't know what to do. And then I remembered what my sister said. I was like, how do I do that? How do I make a project out of global health? So I went up to Mr. Webb after class and talked to him. And I told him I wanted to do global health, but I don't know what to do. So he talked to me, gave me some ideas, but one idea in particular stood out to me. He told me about a fundraiser, and I thought that would be super cool if I could do a fundraiser, but I had a problem. I'm 16. How do I throw off a fundraiser? So I went and I talked to Mr. Owen. And we came up with a bunch of ideas. I met with him every day after school for a few weeks. We just wrote out lists of ideas and ideas and ideas. This is 2 papers. I have a stack at home. And we came up with 2 ideas. One that I wanted to pursue more and go after, and plan B in case I bombed the first one. So my idea was involving TAAS. So one day during study hall, I went to TAAS and I talked to their principal, Mr. Fulmer. Because I know once a year they have the walkathon where they raise money and donate it to random charity or something they see will help other people. So I went up to them and asked for 25%. As you guys know, they agreed to give me 100. So when we went to the walkathon, when I started meeting with Mr. Cards, talking about what we're going to do at the walkathon, how I can help, how I can get you guys to go, and how we can just get involved as a whole. So I had more meetings with Mr. Cards. And then came to the walkathon. About 15 of you guys came, more than actually signed up, so that was cool. And so we helped out and had fun, and then we raised money. That's how much money we raised for the trip. So now I have the money, but what is the money going to go to? So I went to more meetings with Mr. Owens, and we talked about a bunch of stuff. I talked about it with Mr. Webb a little bit too, of what I wanted to donate the money to. We talked about a lot of stuff. Slavery, women's rights, just a lot of stuff. And then I thought back to the story my sister was telling me. And I remembered about Africa. And then Mr. Owens had let me in a little early that we were going to Zambia. So I decided that I wanted to use the money to either fund medical supplies for doctors that were going to the mission trip, or if we were unable to find doctors, donate it to a local clinic in the place we're going in Zambia. So that way, not only would I be raising money, I would be able to do the stuff that I raised the money for. So I'd be more involved in it. Okay, so just a thought for you guys. Have you guys ever been walking down the road and you see like a homeless guy and you want to do something for him more than just give him some change or a little food or something? Like, have you ever thought like, I want to do something for him, I want to help him out, like, I don't know. So this project was kind of like my homeless man. When I saw a problem, instead of just thinking about, oh, I want to do something, but I'm not going to, I went for it, not knowing whether or not I would fail. I just did it and went for it, and I turned my thoughts into actions. So my challenge is for you guys, if you see a problem with the world that you're not happy with, not to just think about it, but to turn your thoughts into actions. Thank you.
Next person is Mr. Ryan Mann.